So, as you guys get installed or returned to your cell, notably, you are now being put into the larger cell that Liv was in before when you guys got dropped in. And as you guys take a beat and look around, you notice that there are carvings and etchings all over these walls. Some of it is written, most of it is images. It looks almost like, when you've seen like cave drawings where it's like ancient man would have been trying to capture their stories through hieroglyphics or whatever, or the equivalent of hieroglyphics. There's these etchings all over that seem to be telling some kind of a story, just through like narrative progression of these. It's like the original movies. And so you guys look around and you see all of that, and you see Liv just kind of minding her own business, kind of going back over and sitting down in one of the chairs and kind of keeping to herself. And so you've got the keys that you just stole from the warden. You don't know what these are keys to, but you've got them. You see all these etchings on the walls, and Doc is still a puddle of water. Ghana is still a ring. Ghana is still inside of the ring, which is inside of the puddle of water. And Ez is successfully psychologically harassing,
tormenting the guards.
Tormenting this warden, convincing him that he's going insane or that he's haunted somehow. What do you guys want to do in this room? What do you guys want to do in this room?
I was gonna walk up to Liv. He's gonna kind of look behind him, look at Liv, look behind him, look at Liv. Craw wants me to ask if you know a way out of here.
Who now, dearie?
Oh, one second. And he's gonna point back out the door, and he's gonna now make a bunch of whispers go through the hallway with his minor illusion to just keep messing with the guards. You've been here for a while, yeah?
Well, yes, I suppose now. I lost count, really.
If we got you out of here, or helped you get out of here, would you be able to help us off the island?
Out of here. That's a funny one. But obviously you aren't figments of my imagination, so suppose... Well, I suppose so, but again, you really won't get out of here.
Why not?
Not that I wouldn't want to try. Took better part of 10 years trying. But, the problem is that Tom's got an iron grip on this island. Fraudulent old whatever he is.
So you don't know a way out of here, is what you're saying?
Well, not directly. Well, if you're asking for like some special route, no, I don't believe so. Would I?
I think the only thing that you might be able to offer would be you in your youth, in your younger days before your spirit was kind of broken, had learned about a scroll which you believe contains information that would expose Tom and make people realize that they didn't need to follow Tom. But you were never able to get access to it by yourself. And so you maybe would, seeing this whole group of people and seeing that Ez is pretty capable and that they have managed to steal these keys, Maybe it's giving you a little bit of hope that, what's the worst thing that could happen if they tried to get that scroll that you never managed to get on your own?
Well, first off, I do need to ask, what exactly is your plan after you escaped, if you did?
We would leave the island, get a boat, and go.
Get a boat. Right. Unfortunately, dear, there's just not much of a feasible plan there with Tom still in control. Poor island. Long ago, we didn't have to worry about that. Hare? Fish? I don't know what he is. Just a collective fever dream, that one.
They said they'd be fixing our boat before we came to see Tom, so perhaps when we leave, the boat will be repaired and we can just steal our boat back.
Maybe, but you also realize they now have your boat.
So
We have a very strong puddle.
The puddle of water. The puddle of water would kind of shimmer and wiggle, and a voice would come from it and say, "This is not about escaping anymore. We are going to expose Tom. He has tortured people and who knows what else. And I think it's time for this to stop. I cannot leave this place and these people in good conscience without trying to stop this guy."
Well, in that case, I might have something to help you out. There should be a... Well, I guess I should explain. Long ago, when I was still young and pretty, we did not have Tom. We just lived on our island. It was a nice, lovely little place. And then... Elrath.
Pardon me, lost my spot in my notes.
That terrible, terrible warlord decided that he was going to send the Lich out here to collect dues from us. We were ready to resist, to fight back, but when everyone saw the forces coming to the island, they were all such sweet things, but not very strong-willed. They all broke into a collective panic. And somewhere, someone remembered the story of an old hero. Some thing that came to the island once upon a time. And they believed in it hard enough, and, well, this false friend of ours is the result. And the worst part is that none of the young'uns really even remember the truth of the matter, that they invented him.
Wait, what do you mean?
That's why I have all the... Oh, and she'll kind of gesture to the wall. Well, Tom isn't... Then it's going to get to a whisper so the guards don't overhear. Tom isn't real. In the sense that others are.
What?
We could... Well, we folk, we have a unique gift. If we believe in something hard enough, if we believe in someone hard enough, they become real.
Ez is gonna look back, kind of pause for a second, look back at the woman. Is Tom a whisper?
What's a whisper, Dungeon Master?
Whispers are just kind of like magical forces of nature, right?
Yeah, like from
So
the
is this
Elven
like a
Woods.
Is this like a recognized global term, or just like more of a
It's an
localized?
elven thing. It's an elven
I don't think he would
term.
recognize the term. I also
Yeah.
don't think that he would be considered. I think even once you understand what a whisper is, you probably wouldn't consider Tom to be a whisper in that sense.
But as
I don't believe he's... A whisper. I highly doubt he's anything like that. He's far too loud.
He is loud.
No, it's more of the sense that we're willing to believe in things, and our faith can, and our imaginations and our faith can lead us astray. And unfortunately, it has real tangible effects on the world.
So how do you defeat something that's not real?
Well, you'd have to stop believing in it.
What if we got to Tom's pool and exposed the truth?
Well, thankfully, my people are very, well, I can't sugarcoat it. We're gullible enough. But the thing is, you need solid proof. And I might be able to help you on that front. Never quite been able to get it myself, being one person and all that, but there is indeed an old scroll written from before the time of Tom. Honestly, even before I was here. And it's just a natural little bit of history written down and explains what we can do, what our kind are capable of. It was meant to be there as a precaution. Make sure we never accidentally fell sway to our own imaginations again. As you can see, we failed to keep that memory alive.
Where is it?
And looking over my notes hastily, I'm not sure.
Oh, you're gonna...
It's Tom keeps it safely guarded in the warden's office.
Oh.
And I don't only make old women characters, okay? It's only
He's still holding on to that.
He's still thinking about it.
look.
Watch his
This
DM
character
get
is
conscious.
old.
Everyone
Guilty
is in here
conscience.
just DMing him old lady gifts or something.
Anyway,
It's all right.
the scroll is
Tom, you have
in
to let us go, Tom. The accident wasn't your fault.
the scroll has been locked away in a lockbox in the warden's office by Tom because Tom, doesn't want anyone to become aware of this. Yeah. And just for clarity, on the screen, the warden's office is over here. Yep. So it's just kind of down the hall and around a corner.
Do you know where his office is?
Yes,
Down the hall.
not too far. Yes, if you go back out towards the exit, away from where we were writing all those irritating little sweet nothings, you can hang a left and you'll find it.
Is there still a guard?
The guard, yeah, he's standing outside. If one of you wants, I can let you roll a luck roll. He's standing just outside of the restroom, and eventually, to your guys' point about fantasy never having people use the restroom, eventually, he will need to use the restroom. So whenever you guys decide that you have a plan and you want to try to break out, I'll let you roll a luck roll to see if you can wait until he needs to use the toilet, and he'll step in, and then you would have maybe a chance.
I have an idea. Let's get the scroll. Let's go.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
I want to. We did something last time that I actually like how I thought it worked really well.
Okay.
Here's what I want to do. I want to give you guys a minute to strategize a plan as a group with your new ally of how you want to try to get to this scroll, or just get out of here, whatever you want to do. What do you think is a fair amount of time to contrive a plan here? 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
5
Let's
minutes?
do it.
3 minutes
Three?
is
3
fine.
minutes. Let's do 3
You're
minutes.
Okay,
on
I'm
the
going to give you guys
clock.
a few minutes. And then, same as before, I'll just take the headphones off. I won't know what your plan is. You guys put a plan together. And then when I come back, you guys can try to enact your plan. And we'll see how it goes. So
This
you
is
guys
what I
go
think
for
we
it.
ought to do.
I'm gonna.
We get the scroll.
Okay.
We go up to the pool, and we put on. And this is Doc speaking. Like this is him. We go up to the pool and we put on the best performance of our life to rid this world of Tom once and for all in front of all of the people using the scrying pool.
So they
tell
all
the
watch
story
him
that's
die?
on. So they all watch it and realize collectively that Tom isn't real, and
Oh,
he's
so
just
we reenact the creation of Tom so that they realize
Yes.
it was all. I see.
Yes.
And I can help us get the scroll.
That sounds excellent.
I
We
just
need all the help we can get. Right, Ghana? Right? Dude in the ring?
Where
who has
is
not been
Ghana?
helping us for a while?
Liv, is it possible to talk to the warden, or is he pretty hard to get a one-on-one with? You got nothing to worry about. I'm just a kid. If they're like, would they be worried about me hurting him?
We'll have to wait on Bear and find out.
Because Ez wants to get a one-on-one with him, because then he can manipulate him possibly into helping us and just give us the scroll.
Ez,
then-
maybe we can team that of, I think I've convinced you enough. Can we talk to the warden to prove you're ready to go see Tom? And then maybe we can get a one-on-one that way.
That works. I like it.
Sounds great. This is a wonderful plan. It probably won't work because we'll all roll nat ones, but
I mean, I
theory.
think I've rolled through all the single digits. I think we're on to the teens.
Ghana's
now,
playing
so
the long con. He's waiting for the performance where you wish Tom into being, and that's when he appears out of the ring.
Yes!
that would be great.
Amazing.
Stuff.
The magic of cinema.
That's how we got into this mess, was cinema.
Yeah, for
Also,
the Raiders
like,
that
if-
just popped
if
in, check
Ghana
out our
came out
YouTube.
of
You
the
can see our
ring
last
now-
stream, or our last stream.
It would do nothing but cause issues, because then you guys would be seen as like, where did that come from? And then there'd be just
Yeah.
more questions.
The elephant in the room would be a little difficult to explain away.
That's really why he hasn't come out. He feels that if he came out while you guys are in a jail cell, like, the guards there would be nothing but suspicion, and it would just cause more problems.
He's just in there
Yeah.
praying to his god, snacking on peanuts, reading a book.
Oh no, he's formulated an entire plan, and if it comes to the point where he does need, like, if he hasn't the chance to come out and it's not going to cause issues, he's going to tell you guys. But
Oh boy.
We just need our DM to come back. We got a good plan.
Yeah, we got
So
it.
I'm going to try to convince the guard that Ez is ready to speak to the warden to prove his devotion. As maybe we can like team up on that and end up getting to like roll together for that persuasion to get up there.
Yeah.
And
Are
then
you
because we
good at
both have good
persuasion?
persuasion. I'm a +3.
Okay, I'm
I
plus
don't know
5.
what you are.
Not to metagame.
Yes, I mean if we can work together, maybe
Yeah,
we
if we
can let
can-
us do like a team roll there. Yeah. So then we get up there to try to convince that we can go up to see Tom, that everybody's ready, and then we can hopefully go up there and do our performance. If like as a show of devotion, we have written a beautiful tale to extol your virtues and your wonders and what you've done for the town, and we'd love to broadcast it to everyone. And that sort
since
of
our
thing.
performance is what got us your audience in the first place,
Exactly, they
It is
love
what's
us.
going to get us out of
They'd
it.
love to
Do a
see us love
performance
you.
to
we
show
are
everyone
the
how
champions of the Coliseum.
Yeah,
Exactly,
Updates.
exactly. We got this.
I like this. I
We
like
Okay.
got this.
This sounds
All right.
confident. What's the plan?
We're not
So
telling you.
Polaris and Ez
Oh,
are
don't
gonna
tell
go
me.
up to the
Yeah,
door.
we're not telling you.
What are you going to do first? What would you like to do?
Polaris and Ez are going to go up to the door, and they're going to talk to the guard, try to get the guard to come over so they can talk to him for a second.
Okay.
And she's going to say, we'd like to see the warden, my friend, who obviously, as I've said, I'm supposed to be in here helping my friend be ready to add Tom as his number one friend. And we really made some breakthrough in conversation, and I think he's ready. How are you feeling, buddy? What are you thinking? Why don't you tell him so we can get this ball rolling?
Yeah, with the help of Polaris here, I've come to find the error of my wrongs, and it was that I I was too scared that Tom was so much my new best friend that I wasn't ready for it. But I know now that I need him to be my best friend. It's no longer a want, but a need.
So we would really like to speak to the warden. So if we could see him, this is a sensitive thing for him. If we could just have a short audience with the warden, just to talk with him, so that we could arrange that we're ready for him to make that declaration to Mr. Tom.
Just so I know, a couple of quick questions. Is Doc still a
Yes.
puddle?
Still
Yes.
puddle.
Ghana, are you still in your ring, or did you come out of
Still
your
in the
ring
ring.
to were you part of this planning, did you come out of the ring to
Nope.
to participate? Okay. Good. Okay. So the guard says,
Good, he says.
well, I just wanted to clarify. Like, if you had
Donna's gonna do nothing but screw this up. Good. You just stay
if you
in
had, no, I'm just
Get
saying
outta
if you
here.
had come out of your ring and been part of the planning process and then gone back into the ring, there would have been a chance that the guard would have been like, what the heck? Where did this Loxodon come from? But you didn't. I'm realizing that maybe at some point someone would have noticed that there had been a Loxodon when you guys were performing and that you just kind of disappeared. But we'll set that aside for now. These guys aren't great at communicating with internally. They don't have a great intranet of systems. So the guard says, all right, yeah, I can go grab the warden for you. And he walks
do you
away.
think we could perhaps, sir? Do you perhaps think we could meet with him in his office? He's young, he's shy. It would just help him feel a little bit more comfortable, just to have that first conversation in private, just to warm him up. If we could do that, him being so young and all.
Go ahead and roll for persuasion.
Put on a real innocent face. Because Ez and I are kind of trying to team this.
Yeah, I'm
we're
helping her
trying to
out.
really
I'm
make.
helping her
Okay,
out.
so you're helping. So roll for
Yeah.
persuasion or performance. I'll let you do either one with advantage.
Okay, so I'm the one who needs to roll, or he
Yeah,
does.
You get advantage.
Okay,
yeah, whoever
okay.
you're the one
So,
talking.
Persuasion then. Oh. So 22.
22. Okay. He says, sure, I don't see why not. And he opens the cell, and a little bit confused for a moment because he's like, why wasn't this locked? But you guys were pretty convincing. And so he welcomes you out. As the two of you step out, he closes the door behind you. And he brings you guys over to the warden's room. And he says, hey, warden, this kid here says he's got some important information to give you about how he wants to be Tom's number one friend and all. Not once, needs to be Tom's number one friend and all.
Yeah, I said
Pretty good
needs.
stuff, if you ask me. And the warden looks at him and he's like, Carl, what did I tell you about letting prison...
This is
Okay.
the fifth time this week.
Carl, whatever your name is, we'll talk about this later. You go back and watch the prisoners. Just, it's one job. Just go watch the prisoners. I'll talk to these two, and then I'll bring them back to you when they're done. And so Carl kind of sulkily walks away. He's like, I just thought that you-" walks away.
There's always a Carl.
And you guys, right? And so you guys are now in the warden's office. What do you want to do?
Well, Ez is first gonna look at Polaris and kind of like look at the door, like, can I talk to him alone, please?
All right, are you sure you're good? Just
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be
Okay.
fine.
all right. I'll be right outside if you need me. And so she's gonna I'll just wait right here by the door, and then she's just
There's a little chair just
step in
outside.
and shut the door. Yeah, so she's just gonna sit on the chair. She's listening very carefully for signs of if he needs her.
Well, the funny thing is, you're gonna hear just like a normal conversation. It's gonna sound pleasant and nice, and it's going to sound very, very oddly calm and normal. But as this conversation of Ez explaining to the warden about his love for Tom, he's going to use his favorite feature so far, which is Words of Terror. So after I talk to him for 1 minute, he needs to make a DC 14 Wisdom save. And what the seed that I'm going to plant in his head during this conversation is that Tom knows that the scroll is not secure, and that he needs to give me the scroll so I can take it to Tom immediately, now that I'm Tom's new #1 best friend. And if he doesn't listen, Tom will be very, very upset with him.
Okay, so you are trying to play. This is a fairly complex thought.
This is.
So you're trying to make him scared.
The way that I'm going to try to push it home, because I don't want to add more complexity, but I gotta, help it along. I'm going to try to use minor illusion at the very end of the conversation, the minute, and behind me, Tom, because I've seen Tom. I know what Tom looks like. Tom is going to peer behind me, like looking over my shoulder at him in a disappointing way.
Okay. So you maybe, I think making him fearful of that specific thought, because he failed to throw. But I think maybe what works here is you're making him fearful and insecure. You're making him scared that Tom doesn't trust that the scroll is in the right place. And then what are you talking to him about? Like maybe in your conversation, you are feeding into that fear and telling him, hey, you're like in his paranoia that something is wrong and that Tom isn't going to trust him. You feed into that paranoia?
Yeah, so Ez would kind of have the conversation of, Tom was talking to me, and you know how powerful Tom is and how he can really talk to anybody. He was telling me that he really doesn't think the scroll is safe here with you, and he really wants me to take the scroll to him immediately, because unfortunately, now that I'm Tom's #1 best friend, he really is concerned that you aren't his friend anymore. And he really needs you to show him that you are by helping me get him that scroll right away like he had asked. Because we know that Tom can see and hear everything. And that if he finds out, you don't want to not be Tom's friend. And then that's when, like, the image of Tom just, like, appears behind me, just, like, looking at him.
Yeah. So he has this, like, mental image where he's seeing Tom being disappointed. He feels deep in his bones this paranoia, this fear that the scroll is not safe where it is, and that Tom is no longer, thinking as highly of him, and that he needs to prove himself. So go ahead and roll with advantage that he should trust you. Roll either deception or persuasion. I was trying to intimidate
him with the image.
Oh, that's fine.
That's why I use the image. I'm trying to intimidate him.
I'll let that be an intimidation roll, and you can roll with advantage to intimidate this guy into giving you the scroll. Right? You're trying to have him give it to you to take to Tom.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a 26.
I mean, I guess it's all right. It's a decent roll. So with a 26, he says, "Look, you promise you'll put a good word in, and look, I just need you to promise, don't mention anything about. I'm dealing with the ghost issue. I'm going to deal with the ghost issue. Don't mention the ghost thing to Tom. He doesn't need to worry about that. I'm going to take care of it. It's probably just Carl. I'm sure Carl let the ghost in somehow on accident. I'm sure it's his fault. Well." Anyway, if you promise to put a good word in for me when you go talk to Tom, I'll give you the scroll so you can take it to him.
As he puts his like hand on his shoulder, because I'm Tom's #1 best friend, and because you've been such a good warden while we've been staying here, I'll make sure to put in a good word for you. And then he's gonna like, because he has to have he's gonna take his hands off, and then as he's backing, like he turns around to go get the scroll, he's gonna then cast minor illusion out the door and make that scream show up again of the ghost, just to continuously just keep messing with them.
He's like, gosh, freaking.
Can Polaris hear that scream?
Oh yeah, everybody can. Everybody hears
Oh yeah, she jumps a good foot off that stool, just like as.
Yeah, it fills the
Oh,
do
is
you-
that who's doing it? Huh?
He says, gosh, freaking, I'm going to go deal with this dang nabbit ghost. And he turns around and you see him fiddling with the desk, and there's a drawer in the desk, and he opens the drawer, and underneath there's like a false bottom in the drawer, and then he opens that false bottom, and there's a lockbox, and he opens the lockbox, and in the lockbox there's another false bottom, and he opens that, and then there's like there's like a
It's a big
like
drawer.
a puzzle thing, and he like unlocks the
Puzzle
puzzle
box.
a puzzle box, and he opens that, and then there's like this little frog, and he like says a password to the frog, and the frog opens its mouth and it sticks out its tongue, and there's a scroll, and he takes the scroll, and he says, all right, you better not be lying to me, because if you are, I'm going to be in some real trouble, kid. And he hands you the scroll and says, take this straight to Tom, and you know where he is. He's right up those steps, and I'm going to go deal with this ding dang ghost that's getting around out here. And you see him grab some like sage, like a bundle of sage, and lights it on fire and starts wafting it around. And he's like, I don't know what this does, but I read on Ute was telling me that this would help, so I don't know.
We needed a Reddit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well you guys haven't met him, but there's certainly the possibility that if you encounter more of the NPCs that you might meet. There's a handful. There's Red. Old Red is out there correcting everyone. There's Ebe. He's the market guy. He's kind of the street salesman. There's a whole handful of other Kuotoa that you guys may meet.
As we'll take the scroll, and he'll just walk out casually to Polaris. And Polaris, from everything that went on in there, this is the closest you've been to like seeing Ez do this. But for what happened, it oddly seems as though nothing happened. Because from what you would have heard, what you would have overheard was just a simple conversation, just a calm, friendly conversation. And it somehow got the scroll.
As you step
Raise
out,
your
of
hand,
course, the
just put it on
warden
your
is just like,
and just look at Ez for a second, just kind of questioning of like, I don't know if I want to know, but also like on the other half, she's just kind of like pretty proud of him. Like, good job, kid. Let's go.
I don't know what you did.
And I don't know that I want to know what you did, but
right?
let's go.
I don't want to know.
Let's go get our friends.
What next? What happens next?
Go back to the cell and tell the guard that we're to go to Tom. We're supposed to give him the scroll by the orders of the warden.
Give him a scroll
so you walk
and
back.
one giant. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, not by orders of the warden, but the warden gave us the scroll. I'm supposed to take it back to Tom.
Okay, so you guys walk back to the cell door, and you have the scroll, and you say that the warden is walking all up and down the hallway trying to clear this ghost out. He's got his sage and that he's burning, and he thinks maybe that'll help. And he sees you say that. He's like, hold on, I just needed you kid. You were going to go up there. You don't have to take all your friends with you.
Well,
You can just go up there and deliver
our
it.
final performance, Mr. Warden. He's come to become Tom's number one friend. You saw our performance, right?
Did you see? The
final performance. We got to make our commitment loud and proud the way Tom would want.
You're asking for an official retrial to be able to get to tell Tom White that now all of you. Is this true? Who is the other one? He looks and he points at Butterbeard and he says, "You two, you want to go up there and tell them how y'all are now part of this?" And
Butterbeard knows the plan.
Butterbeard's like, yeah, and he's like, you taking that one with you? And he points over at Liv.
Yeah, Liv's with me. She has a cool brain.
Oh, well, thank you, dear.
Okay, I'll go ahead and ask him to do an official retrial. Come with me. And he gathers you all, and he brings you all up the stairs. And as you walk up the stairs, you find yourselves back in that room that you were in before, in front of Tom. And you have the scroll, and the warden is now kind of standing at the entrance, and he says, "I'm not allowed to watch the ceremonies, so if you guys drop back into the cell, I suppose I'll know how it went." And he closes the door behind him and walks away. And you just hear him muttering. He's like, "Ghost, get out of here! I mean, there's no ghost, Tom. Don't worry about it." He closes the door, and you guys are now back in the throne room of Tom. The 8 are there, and Shtagram is looking at you guys, kind of worried, like, "Why are you guys back so quickly? What are you guys doing?" And he can see that you guys have some the wounds on your arms. He looks a little bit maybe concerned about that. And they're also, I think, all a little bit surprised to see Liv. They've forgotten about her, and seeing her, they kind of remember and are reminded of sort of the sin that they've committed of imprisoning their once friend for decades. And Tom says, "Hey, chat, we've got them back. This is the fastest time we've ever had a retrial. This is pretty unprecedented. This is great for content. Everyone, let us know what you think. You guys can send in your letters. Let us know what you think. But for now, y'all, let me tell me what's up. Why are y'all here, chat? What do you need?"
Lars will step forward. Unless I was wanting to. We didn't talk about this part.
No, you go for it.
You just figured you were going to get in here and then go.
We didn't expect to get this far.
No,
we'll get to Tom and then we'll do something.
Exactly ironed out. Flores will step forward and be like, "Wonderful, awesome, bestie Tom. I bring back my friends to commit their, 100% friendship to you. They're ready, and in that readiness, we've chosen not to just say that you're our number one friend, but you saw our performance, you loved it, and I know that so many people on this island loved our performance. So we would like to give you not only that, our number one friend, but a performance to encapsulate our devotion to you as our number one friend, and to be broadcast to the island to further encourage friendship and commitment to your wonderful leadership."
That's pretty compelling. Roll for persuasion with advantage. I think that would play exactly to Tom's. It's free content and telling everyone how great he is.
Nat 20.
Content. Ooh,
Heck
let's
yeah.
go. Mark it.
So
Mark
Tom
that
says,
Nat 20.
There it is.
God, I'm doing it.
Tom says, like, you see him getting like visibly excited. He's like shaking with excitement. He's like, oh, that sounds very good. And he snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden, all of the 8 like jump into action, and they like pull down some curtains and they light some like bonfires so that there's like dramatic lighting in the room. And within like 30 seconds, all of a sudden the whole room is transformed into this theatrical stage-like environment. And you guys are there, and they kind of like they set up like a little thing. So it's like, I don't know exactly how we want to deal with this, but it's basically the pool of water. You get the sense that it's kind of directing its energy toward you. And one of them shows you on their little like mobile scrying pool. They show you that now everyone is watching, guys. And Tom says, "Okay, chat, we have a special performance from Mrs. Applebottom and her cribs. They are here to tell you a little bit more about how great I am," which we all agree is pretty great. Take it away.
And then Ez is going to walk over with the scroll to Liv and just kind of hand him like, "You're the narrator of the performance. Just tell them the information you know, and we're going to act it out."
All right.
And Ez will back away and then he'll cast dancing lights, and then he'll have one dancing light beam down. Well, all four of them right now will beam down on Liv.
Okay. Well, yeah. In that case, Liv will she'll start recounting. She'll twist it a little bit so it sounds heroic at first and all that stuff to get everyone's attention and, drop their guard. But like recount the tale of how Tom came to save the island and stuff. Do you want me to roleplay this out or keep it just nice and simple?
So, just for my clarity, are you reading and then dramatically acting out the contents of this scroll?
So as
Yes.
Liv narrates, we as a troupe will perform it. So kind of like before, as she starts to, as Liv starts to kind of narrate through the scroll and this epic tale, Ez is going to do the dancing lights. He's going to use minor illusion, do the drums again. He's going to do the dancing lights to make it so that whenever he hits the drum, that the lights are going to spray out again. And then insert what Doc is doing, Polaris, and then I believe Ghana, you're popping out at the very climax of it.
Maybe.
Yeah, the
Okay.
goal is to use that story, use the information on the scroll to basically tell the story of how Tom actually came to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be like
So-
Liv is pretending to read from the scroll since it's not really a written account of that particular thing. But then,
yeah, so I can
right at-
give you
like weaving in and hinting at the fact that he's not always cracked up to be near as the story progresses and they get more
That he's
sucked
not
in,
real.
I guess.
So I can give you the contents of what the scroll says, so you can actually read through it if you want to, and then so remind me what everyone is doing to augment this as you guys are acting out the story. So you're doing dancing lights and music, I think you said. As what is everyone else doing? You have a puddle. Ghana doesn't exist.
I think that Doc actually lifts the mask off. Finally, he removes the mask and he's finally Doc again, and he actually opens up the whole thing with a song. Tom, you're so cool. You're a star. You're gonna rule. But
Amazing.
Tom, understand. We're not gonna love you till the very end. And then he glances over to Liv to begin telling the tale.
Okay.
Long ago, when the oceans were young and the stars still untouched, still touched the waves, the primordial of the endless deep looked upon the Kuator with sorrow. They were small then, fragile, scattered and enslaved by greater powers. Their prayers rose like bubbles to the surface, but no gods answered. So the primordial took pity. It whispered into their dreaming minds and gave them a secret defense, a seed of divinity buried deep within their thoughts. When fear comes and hope is lost, the deep said, you shall call upon your own salvation. Your belief will bind the formless into form. From that day forward, in times of great peril, the Kuator learned to shape protectors from their shared imagination. A single mind could not do it, but together, believing as one, they could give life to what was never meant to live. Probably a little bit of venom dripping at that point. These beings rose from the tides as saviors, but each one was hollow, a reflection given hunger. The scroll won't...
That's fine.
Sorry, I lost my spot there for a second. And so we are warned that such a creation feeds only on the praise of its makers. The longer it is adored, the stronger it grows, and the weaker its believers become. The Kuoto who continue to worship it lose themselves, piece by piece, until their thoughts are no longer their own. When the danger passes, the Guardian must be forgotten. Its time must be cast into silence, or its name must be cast into silence, its image unmade. For if the people keep their faith in what they have created, the false god will remain, a parasite upon their minds, draining life from the very ones it was meant to protect.
So let's see. You guys each are doing something. I think maybe Ghana, you're the only one that currently is not doing anything to actually like supplement the performance, right?
Yeah, no, he can't do anything while he's in the ring.
Okay. So Ez, Doc, Polaris, Liv, all of you guys roll for performance.
I will say
And that would be button here.
he would probably come out during the part
Well,
where the story is saying collectively they can call it into being.
Oh, so you do like a dramatic entry acting out the part of the deity that they're
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Okay, so you can roll for performance as well. So far, these are all very good rolls.
Yeah. 19, 22, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, my 5, a great strong roll.
Wait,
I don't think it's bad
What?
enough to. I don't think it's bad enough to counteract.
I think the average is still real good.
She's not used to dancing. She's used to talking.
So I think this is all going really well. Ghana, when you appear out of the ring, they're like with your 2, with your 3, they're like a little bit distracted for a second, like what the heck was that? But overall, they as they're hearing this is happening pretty fast, and this story is being told, and Tom can't react fast enough. And so as you guys are telling this story, and this is being broadcast in real time, and so people are starting to hear this and they're realizing it, and it's compelling. You guys are doing a really good job telling the story. And I think, Liv, you're almost like can't believe, you're still kind of in disbelief that this is even happening, because you've been hoping and praying for this moment for so long for your people to be liberated from this almost cursed intellectual curse. And you notice like it's like the opposite of an elf when everyone believes in Santa Claus and he becomes stronger. Like, as this is happening, the Tomometer is getting worse and lower, and you see that Tom, like any muscles, any strength that he had, any confidence, it's all just like being sapped from him, and he's getting weaker and weaker, and it's kind of smaller and smaller and more frail, until as you finish telling this story, one of the 8, Shtagram, steps forward and he says, "You know what? You're right, Tom." And like you can see him like remembering. It's almost like a memory is appearing in his eyes, and you see him actually like remembering what happened. He says, "We made Tom. We were safe before him, and we could be safe again without him. We don't need you anymore, Tom." And as he says that, Snap steps forward and just goes, "Ooh." And then Ute steps forward and Ute says, "You're right, we don't." And they all one by one, like, this is very like Dead Poet Society, stand on their desks and they're
Captain,
like,
not
"We
my
don't
captain."
need Tom." Yeah, Captain, my captain, except the opposite of that. Oh, you're not our captain anymore. And they all are convinced that they don't need Tom anymore. And he just gets smaller and smaller until all of a sudden it's like, and he just disappears into a little puff of smoke, and he's gone. And they all look at you and they say, so now what? And you feel the collective eyes of the whole island looking to you guys for direction on what they need to do now.
Hey guys, my name is Mark and I'm the lead pastor at Lux Digital Church. I hope you're enjoying the D&D campaign, the show today. I hope you're having a great time hanging out with the entire crew. And I also wanted to tell you that over in our Discord server, we have an ongoing Dungeons & Dragons West Marches style campaign. That means you can jump in and play at any time that is convenient for you, as long as there's a game being offered with a variety of different dungeon masters and players. We have games that are posted every single month that you can join in with, starting at level 1 and going the whole way up through level 15 in D&D in the new 2024 5th edition rules. If you're interested in joining in and playing some D&D with us, all you have to do is join our Discord server at discord.gg/luxdigitalchurch, and then go ahead and grab the D&D rule, slide down inside of the channels to the Play D&D section. You can look there and find different videos on character creation, different elements of the world that we're playing in, and then you can submit your character and jump in and adventure off of the guild board soon. Once again, I hope you've been enjoying the show and the live stream, and we hope to see you over in the Lux Discord to play D&D with us very soon.